Okay, welcome you guys. Thank you for showing up to my virtual card class tonight featuring Trucking Along bundle. It looks like I'm a little crooked here tonight, so I gotta figure out which way I turn my desk here. So bear with me. Probably turned it the wrong way. It's not moving on my laptop. Well, we'll see. It takes about 20 seconds for my laptop to catch up. So hopefully it'll catch up quickly. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It rained here and it was a horrible weekend weather-wise, but I was able to catch up on some classes and got my autumn class in the mail. So that went out today, and then also Card Club is getting ready to go on Thursday. I'm just waiting for my order to come in from Stampin' Up. I placed that today, and it will arrive on Wednesday, and then we should be good to go. So that'll be quicker than normal. So hopefully we can keep that going. So not a lot of family stuff got in the way this month, but I think I'm straight. It's really hard to tell because my laptop is a little slow. So it looks like Carla's on here. Hi, Carla. Carla's on my team. Nice to see you here, Carla. So if you guys would like to share this video, go ahead and do that. That helps out the YouTube algorithms. Also thumbs up and hearts as well. So I would appreciate that. You don't have to, but it's your choice. But I am offering this Trucking Along virtual card class today, and you can receive it for free with a minimum order of $35 less your tax and shipping. So your product order needs to be $35. And you must use the host code, which is right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Hopefully that's not too close. Sorry about the shading in my craft room. I have moved it around, and I now need to figure out my lighting, and it looks like half of my desk is shaded and half of it's not. So I will work on that for my next video, so apologize for that. But in any event, minimum order of $35 will get you the class that I'm going to be showing you today. It will not get you the stamped images or the coloring, adhesive, the pearls, the Festive Pearls, or the linen thread. That doesn't come with it. Unless the minimum order of a $50, I will send you the Festive Pearls as a thank you gift from me. So minimum order of $35 will get you all the pieces to make these cards here. And then if your order is $50 or above, I'll send you kits for these plus a package of the Festive Pearls. And the Festive Pearls, they come in a few different colors. So let me flip this over. I made this little sheet here earlier in the day to try to help out, because two of these items here are not in any catalog. They are in our online exclusives. Now, Stampin' Up! Is doing something different, and they are going to be pushing out more online exclusives. So where do you find them? So if you go to my website, and you can get there right here, it will get you right to that host code. And you go up to the top and you use the menu button and it says new. Then go to the online exclusives and it'll show you everything that is being offered. And these are on a kind of a first come, first serve basis. But I'm using two of them. And that's the Trucking Along bundle and the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper. The Festive Pearls are in our annual catalog, so those go with anything. And I brought those into this class because they do go with Christmas. cards as well. So I kind of like that. And you'll have, if you go with a $50 order, you'll definitely have a lot of these that you can use on future projects. So I know this class is going to take a while, so I'm going to get started. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will check after each card. But let's go over the Trucking Along bundle. So flip it over here. It is item number 162306, and it is $41.25 if you order it as a bundle. I don't have the individual prices here because you're going to want to order it as a bundle because the truck punch, and you don't want to fussy cut out the truck, in my opinion. So that, and it's a builder punch too. I'm not using the smaller pieces just because I don't want this to go like a crazy 2-hour long live. I'm just going to be punching out the truck only on one of the cards, so you'll see that. But on the Trucking Along stamp set, you can stamp the truck. You can color it in. I'm going to be coloring it in on 3 of the cards using Stampin' Blends. I'm going to be using the 2-step stamping on the Christmas tree. And I'm going to use the palm trees, surfboard, and the, what do you call that? The ring, or I don't think it's a beach ball, but it could be. I'm doing special delivery farm fresh, and every day is a fresh start, and some flowers down here. So I think it's kind of cool. You can put the anything in the truck, the bed of the truck, which is kind of fun. So it's all photopolymer, and I think it's a good fun set. So we're going to get started. Off to the left here, which you can't see, I have lots of bits and pieces that I'm going to be using to decorate the inside of my card and the envelope as well. Okay, so I'll bring this back in towards the end of the video so you can kind of see that again. So let me let's see. All right, so I think I can see everything off to the side. I am not going to be paying attention to comments because I need to really stay focused on you and my class. So I have everything here organized. So the first card I'm going to be making is going to be one that I need to cut, the designer series paper. And I'm going to be showing you different ways that you can use the paper. So for instance, when you receive the kit, you may not have this piece and this piece. You may have something different, but it will go with the card-based cherry cobbler. So for instance, this is the one I made. I made this one earlier, like a month ago. And that's the way I designed the inside of the card. So you can see I used 2 different pieces of the patterns, and that's kind of way I decorated. And then another one I made, which is over here. This is the one that's in the picture here. I used more of the red or cherry cobbler with a different pattern here. So I'm going to cut into this one. It's going to be challenging, but I like a challenge. So I chose this one because I wanted the mossy meadow and the cherry cobbler here. So first thing I need to do is I need to cut down that paper. So let me make some room here, and we'll bring in my paper trimmer and get started there. I am going to zoom out a little bit because I think I'm just a little bit too close. Okay, so the designer series paper needs to be 3 inches across by 4 inches tall. So what I need is kind of so how I figure this out is kind of hard, but I want this tree here as much as I can get the tree in the picture. Okay, or on the front of the card. So if you have a ruler, you can use a ruler. Mine is on the floor here. Let me get my mark ruler. So we know that we need to go over 3 inches. So I know that it's going to end up right around that window. So if I wanted to push it over and get more of the house, I could do that by just cutting off a little bit of that. So I think I really want the tree more than this brown part of the house. So we're going to go with that. So, and I need this 4 inches tall. So I'm going to work with the height first. So here's the 4 inch. This is going to be probably easier for you to see. So here's the 4 inch. And I know I want to cut off probably 1 inch at the bottom. So let me go ahead and do that. We save these pieces because we can use those to decorate the envelope and the inside of the card. Now let's see where we're at 3 inches. So if I put my track down, I'm going to be cutting off the top of that house, which I need to be at 4, sorry. So I am right above, about 1/4 inch above the peak of this house. That's perfect. So I honestly did not, this is like by luck, you guys. I have not made this one. I just happened to cut the correct way the first time. All right, so now I know that this is going to be part of that design. All right, so now I can make my cut of 3 inches. So I'm going to turn this over around and I'm going to cut up at 3. Save that because you can use this one as well on a second card. Okay, so now we know this one's 3 by 4 inches. We're done with the paper trimmer, so I'm going to put that away. And now we're going to, let's see, I'm going to do some stamping first. So let me grab my photopolymer stamps, and also we need a piercing mat because we are going to be using the photopolymer stamps. We need the truck, and we need the trees, and we also need wishing you a festive Christmas. Okay, the one thing I did want to say is with a stamp set like this, you need to have a lot of blocks because you don't want to be taking off, the stamps and putting them back on and off, on and off. I found like the A blocks work really nicely with the smaller stamps. And then the next size up would be B, which I don't have a lot of B blocks. I think I only have like 2. So I had to go up to C blocks, which I don't really like to do, but I'm using what I have. So just a kind of a advice. If you're going to get this stamp set, order it, then you might want to choose a B and a C block. And this is a D block. So A, B, C, and D would be perfect. Okay, so now in our kit, you will receive all these items, and they'll be die cut for you, etc. Okay. The designer series paper will come depending on whatever I have, and it will be fine. So we're going to be using Stampin' Blends. So with Stampin' Blends, we need to use our Memento black ink. So I like to take the ink pad to the stamp just because I have more control of it. And we are using the Stylish Shapes. So this is the smooth side, and this is the rough side. Only use the rough side if you really make a mistake on the front side. So I'm going to bring this a little bit closer to me so I can see it. And I'm trying to stamp a little bit lower than, because, let me show you. The tree's got to go in here. I like to stamp the truck first, then whatever's going to be going into the bed of the truck, okay? So let's stamp this a little bit low. All right, so we have the truck on there. Then this is kind of the road or gravel or whatever it is. So I'm going to ink that up. And it's smaller on the top, so I'm going to put that kind of right where the tires are. Okay, you can see that. Now the tree. I do need to stamp off. Now the tree is a little tricky, and I have to remember how I did this because it's been like a month. So we have the detailed and we have the fill in. So I'm going to practice over here. And I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to need to use Mossy Meadow ink, which is in the paper. So I'll grab my Mossy Meadow. And we are going to just practice first. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the detailed. Now, if we fill in, sorry, I was looking at my laptop. It's pretty far behind, actually. It just showed me stamping the truck. All right, so now I'm going to show you full strength and second generation. Okay, so you can kind of see the difference. Now, if I used full generation, you're not going to see the detail. So I am going to use second generation ink. So I'm going to show you what it will look like. So I stamped off, and then I'm going to hopefully get this straight, stamp on. So now we have a little bit lighter color of green and the detailed. So now that I have my practicing done, I'm going to try to do this without making a mistake. All right, so I've got the detailed again, which is, this kind of is a little easy because it's got a straight edge here, and you just want to be careful where you're lining it up. So full strength Mossy Meadow. And then we're going to stamp off. I'm going to grab some scrap paper. That other one is just way too big. Okay. And now we're going to take second generation Mossy Meadow. I went a little outside the line, but it's really hard to do that stamping on camera. So you can fill this in a little bit more, and I did that with Old Olive Stampin' Blends, so I'll show you how I did that, but I'm going to let that dry. Next up is I'm going to color this, and I don't have any Cherry Cobbler Stampin' Blends, so I'm using Real Red, and I know it doesn't go with the Cherry Cobbler. That's what I used on this one here, but it's the best I have to go with the coloring. So I'm just going to kind of just go as quick as I can. You got to be careful because there's windows and there's tires. So, and then there's bumper lights, and I'm going outside the lines. So I'm using the dark first, and I'm just kind of going around the lines. Okay, then I'm going to use the lighter shade of Real Red. Can somebody tell me if the camera's too far away, if I need to zoom in? Because I will do that, but I can't tell. I'm not watching it, and you guys are watching. I'm just kind of coloring here. I'm not the best blending person here, so just have to bear with me here. I thought about doing coloring a yellow truck because there's yellow in the house. But then I said, oh, I don't know if I want to try that without trying it first, you know. I would have used Daffodil Delight. Okay, so Carla says zoom, and then somebody has a, I'll zoom a little bit, and whoa. Okay, that was probably too much, but anyway, we'll try that and see where we go. All right, I think I'm done with the red, and then I'm gonna pull in Smoky Slate, and I'm using Smoky Slate for the tires. No, not the tires, the rims. Let me think. Yes, no. Because I want to color in on here. Let me show you. On here is, I left the inside of the truck white. And on some of them, I colored them in with Smoky Slate. I'm going to keep this one white. I really did not color inside that, stay inside the lines. So I'm just making a little swirly patterns with the end of the blends there. I'm using like the chisel point. Oops, and then I want this little bumper here. And then I'm going to use my Stampin' Up marker, which is basic black, to color in the tires. And it has a fine point, and it also has like a brush tip. Okay, now I'm going to color in the center of the wheels red. I was just going to do it something different. Okay, so now I'm going to take Old Olive Light, and I want to make this tree a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly, very, very lightly with the tip, just tap it ever so lightly, like I'm kind of like, you know, just going like this. So the ink gets absorbed into the paper and it's filling in the white spots. Now I know the white spots are supposed to be snow, but not everybody has snow where they live. So I'm making it green. Now, if you really want to make it fancy, you can take your Wink of Stella and just add a little bit of glitter on your tree. And then you can also take your Smoky Slate white and fill in the road. Okay, I think that's all the coloring I have for this one. I'm going to stamp this sentiment next using Mossy Meadow ink, if I have it. It's right in front of me, Karen. Okay, Let's see, we've got the Stylish Shapes banners. And the stamp says, wishing you a festive Christmas. I'm going to stamp this more towards the left side because I'm going to trim that down. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, if you're selling your cards, don't forget that you need to have the angel policy on the back side of your cards. I use last year's one, so I have that one on my desk all the time. So I'm just going to ink this up and get that on there so I don't have to do it. So it's tone on tone, cherry cobbler, cherry cobbler. Okay, so let's close up everything, and now we can assemble the card, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet, and now we have this piece that's going to go here. Oops, not that one. But we can see first what it's going to look like, right? I had already cut this one. So it's going to look kind of like this. And then I'm going to change this though. I'm going to pop up the white like that. And then you're going to have the banners. I kind of like to play around with this once I have everything stamped. And then this is going to cover up that house, unfortunately. Or you can kind of play with it a little bit and try to figure it out. If you don't like the house, let's see what this looks like. So we can just put this right in there. That looks really nice too. Okay, with just the Christmas lights down the tree. So you can see how this paper really works nicely with a lot of different patterns. So really, it doesn't matter what pattern I send you, it's going to work. Oops. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay. So I'm going to use the, this is going to be challenging. I'm going to use the house. And I'm going to really challenge myself to not hide that. I might have to trim down the banner, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to use my liquid glue. It's brand new. And it should come out wicked fast. But we'll try not to make a mess with it. And this is going on the right side. And I've got equal borders on the top right side and the bottom. And then this one here is going to get lined right up. And I don't think I have that one straight. So let's see. It's not too bad. Oops. Okay, so we have the first layer done. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add the glue. Oh, actually, I'm going to wait on that one because I don't know where I'm going to put that sentiment yet. I did say I wanted to pop this one up with dimensionals because I think it needs to be. So I'm just going to add 3. And then a circle, circle. So we just look at the borders. And then this is going to get popped up as well. So we'll make another triangle with our dimensionals. That's all you need. You don't need anything more than that. And now this is going to go right about here. Now this. Oh, you know what I could have done? Hold on. I think it might work. if I put this one up a little bit higher, I'm just placing it. And then I don't want to cover up this house. That's the thing. I'm just playing with it right now just to see what it's going to look like. Oh, what if I think I'm going to put it at the top someplace. Right there. Okay, I got it. So I'm going to add my glue. And then I'm going to overlap this so we can see some of that mossy meadow. These dies are from the Stylish Shapes. If you don't have them, you should. I have 2 sets. I do lots of die cutting for Card Club in my classes, so I can run 2. So what I would do is I can get 4 out of 1 pass, or actually up and back, by putting 2 layers of the white and 2 of the shapes, the same shapes, and I can get 4 out at the same time. So that's been a lifesaver. So now the only thing is I don't want this to show, but I need Christmas, and it's over the edge. Oh, now I don't like it. Okay, I think I'm just gonna put it, oh, you guys, what should I do? I look so stupid there. Okay, help me out. Where should the sentiment go? It's like way too big. I wonder if I should just trim it and make it just a strip. Could you move the truck back lower? I can try. Let's do that. If I go here, oh, I see. And then maybe put it here. And then I could actually make a, I think that's great. Yes, I think that's great. I think I'm not going to pop it up though, because then I can make a linen thread bow over here and call it good. Or maybe put some pearls. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate that. I like how stampers help each other. Okay, so we'll just add it here. Does need something there, so let me grab my linen thread, which is supposed to be somewhere here. If I can't find my linen thread, I'm going to see the first thing. I had it up here and I said I'm not going to lose it. Hold on 1 second. Of course I lost it. So I'm going to go to something different. I'm going to go to I store all my linen thread and some of the stuff that's like retired in here. And I've got like, let's see if some gold will look good there. I use my 10-second bow maker just because I can't make a bow. So let me see if I have enough to make a double. It's not long enough, so I'll just make I'm doing this probably off camera. You probably can't even see. Okay. if I put it this way, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So let me trim this down. Look at this. I found these kid scissors in our back bedroom desk. So now when the grandkids come, I have some kid scissors. All right, I'm going to take a glue dot. And I'm going to squish that glue dot right underneath the knot there. And then I'm just going to put this right here. Okay. Now, since that's gold, I think I'm going to go with the gold Festive Pearls. Let me grab my piercing tool, and I think it needs something like right in here. So I'm going to just add 1 and 2 there, and then 1 probably. I can do them right here. So that's all gold on one side, because this is really your second focal point anyway. Okay, so now that's the front side. On the inside, all you need to do is, I have a ton of strips, okay, that we want to try to find strips that match the patterns that we used. And I will only do like this one time, because, you know, you only need to see it one time. So we need this pattern here. And I can do this, let's see. This is probably like 1 1/4 inches. So I'm going to make this 3/4 of an inch. And then we need it 4 inches. And that's going to be for here, but I'm going to add some red to it. And I've got some scraps here. And that was 3/4 of an inch. So now I'm going to go like, maybe I'm eyeballing it, like maybe 2/3 of an inch. And again, I need it 4. So that's going to go here. And then on the envelope, we need it 4 2/3. And then this one, 4 2/3. And this is like 1/2 of an inch. I am going to try my best to get it to like 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so now we can decorate this piece here. Is going to go on top of the mossy meadow. Right in the middle. And then it just depends what side you want it on, this side or this side. I think I'm going to put it on the left side, so we'll just add our glue. You can stamp a message in the inside if you want. I like to leave a little bit of white showing. And this needs to be trimmed off, so let me just, usually I'll use my paper snips. Okay, but I'm going to use those purple ones. Then we're going to do the same thing for the envelope. So we'll just add our glue here. You don't need a lot, just a very, very small amount. Now, you might say, oh, I don't think my postman will take this. I can tell you that I just sent out, I don't know, 40 cards that had strips like this on my envelope. not one was rejected. So, and it had the regular postage on it. So, isn't that going to look really nice? And then here. And it's overhanging just a little bit, so you definitely want to take that off. And I am going to grab my paper snips. There. Okay. This is going to get adhered to the inside. This card probably took 45 minutes to make. Sorry. Hopefully the other ones won't take so long. All the other DSP is cut, so, oh, that looks really nice. Okay, so let's take a look at all those. Let me just first clean this crazy mess up here. Okay, I do need to cut this down a little. Oops. I appreciate Sherry for helping me out with this one. I was really struggling with it, but I love how it came out. So here's one option. And then here is another one with different patterns. And I have this one over here. And then here is another one, which is a whole different pattern as well. So I use all different kinds of paper to create this card. Oh, I didn't put a little, oh, I should have put one over there. Hold on. I'm gonna sneak this one right there. Need something on the top of that tree. Okay, so, and on these I use the cherry cobbler color. Okay, so that's card number one. We have 3 different options for you to make. And now I'm going to move on to card number 2. So you will receive instructions with this. I won't be doing any videos with it, but you have like instructions on how to make all these cards. So it's very easy to do. Plus you'll have this as a replay. Okay, so let me grab my next bin here. And I like, oh, here's my linen thread, you guys. I knew I had it somewhere. Okay, I'm going to need it on the next card. Okay, so this one I thought would be really fun for a kid's card. And it could say, well, this says special delivery, but you could bring in a happy birthday, different sentiment. We don't have happy birthday in this one, but you could use a happy birthday stamp that you have in your craft room. But I just like all the little trucks on here, and I thought it would make a really good kids card. So, and here's how I decorated the envelope. I used cardstock here. That's Lost Lagoon, and Lost Lagoon is in here with that same pattern of paper. And then on the inside, I used Wild Wheat cardstock. Okay, so this one fairly simple. I'm using a different background. I'm using the wood grain background. And I have all my cardstock ready to go. So we're going to do some stamping, and then we are going to put this, do some punching with the punch. Lots of, let's see. Yeah, lots of different color trucks. Oh, I need my Stampin' Pearls mat. Shoot. Well, let's do it. Okay, we are going to be using Lost Lagoon, no, Pretty Peacock ink on the sentiment. So we're going to say special delivery. And I've got that ink. I want to show you something. So I don't know if you know this, with photopolymer stamps, you don't want to take them like off the sheet in your case and put them on like this, because they can go on like crooked, okay? So what you want to do is take your stamp, put it down on a surface. I like to use the piercing mat. And for sentiments, I don't put it on straight. I take my block, and this is a B block, and I take it and put it on diagonally, because when I stamp, my eyes are not focusing on this, the horizontal part of this block. It's now going to be focusing on the word special delivery instead of here. So if you've never tried that, give it a try and see if it helps you out. It does, now watch, I'll stamp crooked, but it has helped me out. Okay. All right. Not too bad. It's a tiny bit crooked, but that's okay. All right. So now we've got the special delivery. We're done with the pretty peacock. We're going to bring in our Memento black ink. I'm going to switch out Memento because I think that one needed to be refilled. So let me grab this one. I think this one's my newest one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So now we are going to, let me find the punch. So when you are punching, these are small pieces, but you don't need lots of, this is a great punch to use with scraps. You don't want to punch this way over to the right side, or else you're going to need to use a Post-it note to move this in. You want to stamp it all the way over to the right side, because then you have something to hold on to, okay, when you punch. All right, so now I'm going to ink up the truck, and now I'm just going to stamp right kind of in the middle. And we're going to do that a number of times. It doesn't matter if it's crooked. It's a little bit harder to get a black image on cardstock than it is white or vanilla. That one's really juicy. I should test myself on the Stampin' Up colors here. This is Flirty Flamingo. Let's see, Balmy Blue, Lost Lagoon, Parakeet Party, Old Olive. This is Night of Navy. Barely see that. Daffodil Delight. I wanted a bright yellow truck. Wild Wheat, one of my favorite colors. I think I have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay. So we're going to cap this. Now we're going to have a punch party here. So we're going to have things flying around. So I'm going to take the Flirty Flamingo and I'm going to slide it into the punch. And I'm slightly gripping with my right hand just so that I can see around the truck here and the lines. And once I like where it is, I will punch. And there's one. That was Flirty Flamingo. We've got Old Olive. Parakeet Party. Wild Wheat. And you can use any colors. I think what I did was I went to the colors of the DSP and I chose most of the colors that were in that. Oh my gosh, that was a mess. These little circles, you can save those. This is Lost Lagoon. I'm just going to throw these on my floor. I'll sweep it up later. And Daffodil Delight. And now I think this is the last one, and it is Night of Navy. This is a really hard one to punch because it's dark. Okay, we are done with the punch. Get all these little pieces off. Now we're going to assemble, we're going to do the, this part first because we need to wrap around the linen thread. So we need to work the cars onto the DSP and then that onto the Lost Lagoon. Okay, so we will take our silicone craft sheet here. I've got 2 on my desk now because I'm always losing them. And this is the back side of this one, okay? It's the wood grain. And now what you're going to do is you might want to just place the cars here, kind of wherever. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to create a pattern. But you want some of the cars, or trucks, I keep saying cars, trucks, to have the full truck, okay? So maybe I'll do this. I think I said cars like a million times. It's trucks. And then maybe I'll do this one over here. And then the wild wheat. And then maybe the blue, Night of Navy. And then Daffodil Delight. So you just kind of want to place them to make sure you're going to like the layout of the colors before you start gluing everything down. Okay, so kind of like that. Another thing you have to remember is that you don't want to go over the edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue the top ones and the bottom ones, and then we'll go for the middle. This is a great time to use your liquid glue and a silicone craft sheet, because no doubt you're going to put glue past the cardstock, and it's going to go onto your surface. Okay, so I have that one on there. And then the Flirty Flamingo is going to be added, and it's about a 1/16 of an inch from the bottom here. So I got to make sure that one kind of lines up. And now I'm going to go to the top over here and do the same thing. So on the top, I want about of a 1/16 inch of a border. And let's see, right about here. And then the Lost Lagoon. And now it's just these here. So I'm going to glue down the Night of Navy. Let's see. And now the Daffodil Delight. And then we have the Balmy Blue. And then, oh, yeah, Wild Wheat. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that's all nicely laid down. You can take a block and just press down as well. And now we're gonna carefully flip this up so you can see I've got glue. So it's a good thing I had my silicone craft sheet down. I'm going to take my paper snips and now I'm going to trim off the excess. I just cleaned these scissors too. That's all right. I'll clean them again. Oh, I forgot to look at comments after the end of the card, the first card. I'll try to remember to do that when this one is done. Okay, so now we have our panel, and this is going to get added right to the Lost Lagoon. And then we'll add our linen thread. We'll wrap that around 3 times. Another color that you could use instead of Lost Lagoon would be basic black, because we've got black in the ink there. All right, so I'm going to take my linen thread and I'm going to need some glue. You could use your adhesive as well. I'm going to just use my glue. I'm going to use my tape, I'm sorry. And I'm just going to tape down about 1/2 inch in. I know that's about the middle. Oops, went over the edge. And I'm just going to wrap it around 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll take another piece of tape. Doesn't have to be that big. And tape that down. And then we'll snip this off. And then you can kind of fuss with it. I got some tape showing here. Hold on. You can kind of fuss with it if you want. We're going to add our dimensionals to this one. And we're going to add 5. And we'll bring in our card base, which is Pretty Peacock, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I've already pre-scored it at 4 1/4, and this is just going to get adhered right down. The Lost Lagoon is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, so that's why I have a nice little big border of the Pretty Peacock. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to pop up Special Delivery, because this one is adhered right down, and I want to see what it looks like popped up. So I'm going to take 2 of the dimensionals, and let's just take off those backings real quick and add this right here. I think I'm going to like it a lot better. And then we'll add 4. And then we're going to cover up some of those trucks, but that's okay. One thing to think about, though, is if you really screwed up and stamped the truck horribly, or if you punch it out horribly, remember, you can cover up the mistakes with something like this. Okay. I'm just going to go over right here in the center, or you can move it over here. I'm going to move it over here. Let's do something a little different. Okay, we'll set this aside. Oh, I got glue on there. Okay. The, sorry, that was a blank of my mind. I'm going to just add a strip of the designer series paper really quickly. Actually, yeah, I'll add this one. I'll go back in and decorate these when I have more time, because I said I was going to do this part because it's going to be a wicked long video. I'm going to be putting out a calendar of all of my upcoming events, classes. It's my accountability calendar. So if you are not on my email list and you would like to know when I'm going to have upcoming classes, I'm going to have a Stamp Stack, my regular card club. I've got some in-person classes, so if you're local to me, that Stamp Stack is going to be actually in person and to go. And I'm also going to be doing some other things right before Christmas. So if you want to be on my email list, make sure you subscribe. And to do that, it's very easy. You just go to my website and you just wait for that pop-up to come on. And then fill that out and it gets sent to my constant contacts. So it's very, very easy to do that. I do not spam, so like I do send out maybe 3 emails a week, not too many. Sorry, I always have problems putting embellishments on. But unless there's like a big special like the Join Stampin' Up, we'd love to have you on the Inspired Daisies team. And I know some of my Inspired Daisies are watching right now. So if you are, give a shout out and tell them how fun it is to craft together. I might have another one of these, so hold on. Oh yeah, I actually use the same paper as this one, but you can kind of see they're in different order for the cars or trucks. Sorry, trucks. I don't know why I keep saying cars. I don't have a truck, that's why probably. Okay, so let's see if we have any questions. I'm gonna go back. Oh, Carla, I'm sorry about your hubby. Hopefully everything will turn out. We'll be thinking about you and saying some prayers tonight and tomorrow. Oh yeah, I can do that, Sherry. Acetate pattern. I didn't even think about that. Sherry, where are you located? I am located in Sharon, Vermont, which is like 20 minutes from the border of New Hampshire, kind of central Vermont. So definitely if you're local to me, come on over. I have a Parks and Rec class. I actually have 2 in-person classes this week. So I have my Parks and Rec class on Wednesday night, and then I have a independent living class on Friday. Both are have 8 people in them. So Friday is an autumn class, and the Wednesday is going to be the it's a thankful class. So I will probably do that one eventually as a live too. So hey, Lynn's on here. I call them cars too. Always have. Yeah, cars, whatever. Okay, we're going to move on to card number 3 with a truck. All right, let me grab all of this good stuff around here. I've got so many cards now that I can send in the mail. I'm getting really low on, I have a bunch of old retired cards, but I don't have a lot of new cards. So this is helpful to get some of these done so I can get them in the mail. Okay, so this one is a tropical card, and I thought I would bring in wild wheat because, I don't know, I just like wild wheat. And I use the surfboard here, and I don't know, I'm going to call that a beach ball. I don't like my coloring on this one whatsoever, but it is what it is. So, and here's the matching coordinating envelope. The other card I made is over here. I think it says Parakeet Party. Oh, what a hot mess. And then I didn't know. I was saving this one for something else. And on the inside here, so you can kind of see the difference in truck colors. But I think for this one, let me see the paper I chose, and that will maybe help me decide what color truck we're going to be creating. So we're using browns in this one. And I'm going to show you how, hopefully I can show you how I extended to make a long banner. And I think I'm going to do that first. That way I can maybe show you something new that you haven't learned before. And then we'll get on to stamping and coloring. But let me get my mini cut and emboss machine. You can do this with a mini. And then I need my plates. So I have plate number 1. And then I have my clear number 2. I'm using the Stylish Shapes banner. Okay, which is this one here. It's the biggest one. Sorry, there's cat hair here. Biggest, longest, skinniest one. I've got some white. And I got some washi tape on here. So my thinking was, where is the sentiment? It is really long and I couldn't find a die that would work, a banner die that would work. Okay, because this one is just too small, barely. So we're going to make this one longer. So to do that, see, you can do it. We're going to add the die to the white. Hopefully, I messed up the first one, so hopefully I don't do the same mistake. Then we're going to slide in here to make our sandwich. Hold on. This is a little bit harder when I'm on video here. Okay, so push that in. Whoops, I'm so sorry, I missed. Okay, so I'm going to crank this almost all the way about there. And then I'm going to take and go backwards. Okay, then I'm going to take this off. I'm going to just turn this around and pull this. Okay, so now we have it looking like this. Now what you want to do is you want to line this up with the previously cut. So I know this is lined up because the die is not moving. Okay, it's not moving back and forth. I know it's on there. So then, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so then I know that the die ends right about here. Okay. Wait a minute. I gotta remember. Okay, so because I don't want to go past here because then I'm going to cut this off. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in here, add the clear plate, and then we'll start cranking away. And I gotta oh shoot, hold on, my die moved. Hold on. Glad I saw that. Oh shoot. It started to cut. Hold on. That's why I have like numerous pieces of white here. Let me just tear this down. Okay, we're going to start over. Okay, so you got the die on the white and we're going to crank it all the way through to about, I don't know, a little bit, 3/4 of the way. Let's say that. And now I'm going to flip this around just because it's easier to take this piece off. Now, these are the same, it's the same die, so same ends. So I just making sure that this is in here. Let me just go down a little bit more. Okay, that's good. It's in there, and the track there. The track is the holes there. Hopefully this will not shift. I'm putting the acrylic plate back on there, and I need to go about as far as that washi tape. And then hopefully, yes. Now we have a longer banner, okay? So I don't know if you guys know how to do that, but hopefully I taught you guys something new. So we're going to use this one. I think it's kind of fun to do that. Let me just put this away. Okay, so we'll need this, and let's see. We need this, I think. Okay, so we're going to be making that tropical, the truck with the palm trees, etc., etc. Okay, so Memento ink, because we're going to be coloring with the blends. And we'll stamp the truck and then the road. So we want to stamp low on the circle. And then we'll stamp the road. By the way, this was such a hot bundle that it was in, it was out, it was in and it's out. This is available now. I don't know if you know that or not, but it is available. So if you do not have this, I highly recommend you get it. Okay, so now this is the palm trees. Now I'm going to show you. Why don't I just stamp it first so you can kind of see what it looks like. So it's going to look like this. Oops. No, it's not going to look like that. Oh. Yep, it is. Okay. I thought I cut that off, but I didn't. Okay, so it's so this is the straightness of the truck. Okay, so you want to line this part up with the truck, and then we're going to color everything else in. So I'm probably going to have to put this really close to my eyes here. This stamp, it does and doesn't fit on an A block. I didn't do too bad. Lined that up pretty good with my really bad eyes. Okay, and now we're going to take this one, and I'm going to use, I think I want to use, I used wild wheat. So let's use wild wheat. I love where my ink pads are now. They're like right in front of me, so I don't have to move everything. It's just like right there. I used wild wheat because the word sunny. Oh, that's not very good. It's super juicy. Let me see if I can get a better stamp. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to close this up, that's for sure. And this is getting closed. And I will try to bust my butt on this one and get this one colored real quick. But the colors, so again, you can kind of figure out I changed this up. It's got some shaded spruce in it. So I've got Wild Wheat banner, I've got Crumb Cake, I got Shaded Spruce, and then I'm gonna have the sentiment all kind of on here. So then, ooh, I don't know if I want to go Shaded Spruce with the truck. And I don't want Crumb Cake. You know, I have my old color chart, so let me just check and see. Let me see if this has got Shaded Spruce in it. It's got some old Stampin' Up! Colors in here. It says Gray Granite, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo. Yep, nope. Let me just look at Crumb Cake real quick. Sometimes when I don't know, I kind of go to this. Even though it's old, I still like it. Ooh. I'm going with, oh, I was going to say Granny Apple Green, but that probably wouldn't look good. What color should the truck be? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess what color I should color the truck? Knowing that that's going to be green, the palm trees. Who's going to be the first one? Anybody? I'm still looking through my color chart. I was thinking maybe boho blue. Let's try it. I don't care. I'll do it. Boho blue, where are you? I know I have it. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna go boho blue. Let's make sure that that's what I have, light and dark. Okay, we'll go real quick. So again, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just going over the lines with the dark boho blue. And if I go outside the lines, that's how it goes. I'm going to color the middle of the tires boho blue. And let's grab the light shade. You can tell I have not used boho blue because this ink is just really seeping right into that white cardstock. Okay, so we're going to let that sit for a second. Really went outside the lines. I'm not going to use, let me see, I've got my color lifter. I don't like to use this, but I'm going to try. Sometimes I think it makes it worse, but I think it's doing, I can go over this. I think that's better. This time I'm going to color in the windows so you can kind of see what that looks like with like a lighter color. Like I'm going to use Smoky Slate, and this is light. And then again, I'm going to find my Stampin' Right marker and color that in. I think I'm gonna go with shaded spruce on the rims. Shaded spruce, a light shaded spruce. Oh, that didn't work right. I'm gonna use the dark. First, I wanted to see. And then I'm going to go with the dark old olive and a light for the palm trees. And these are kind of hard to color in. So I kind of just find the lines and just kind of go like brush stroking it like. And then I'm going to fill in with the light with some taps. I'm going to color in the surfboard yellow. And then, I don't think that's a beach ball. I think that's one of those like rescue life preservers, or not a life preserver, but you know what I mean. And then I need to, is this dark? This is light, okay. Just want to go over this one more time. I'm using the brush tip, which I usually don't use. And then just one more thing. This bumper, and then this. And then I'm going to just color that. Okay. Phew. Okay, I think I'm done on that one. Okay, let's put this one together. Usually my classes don't go this long. That's all right. I love crafting with you guys. Okay, so we are going to, let's see, what are we going to do? We are going to add, this is called the embossing folder. Oh, what is it called? I can't remember. It's with a motorcycle. Get something, I think. Anyway, I think it's fun. So we're going to put it on this one. So it's crumb cake on early espresso horizontally. And then we have the other one had wood grain, but we're going to add this piece here, and it's going to not go in the middle. We're going to drop it down a little bit. So it's about 1/2 inch from the bottom. Actually, I don't want to go down there. Here we go. Okay, so then we need this piece here. It's going to get raised up with our dimensionals. And I'm just placing it right now. I'm not going to adhere it 100%. Now we're going to focus on all those banners. So we have and don't forget, they have a smooth side and a rough side. So smooth side is always facing you. All right, so we've got the wild wheat, crumb cake, and shaded spruce. And it really doesn't matter what order you go. The die cuts are gonna come with both edges. You can choose to cut them down like I did over here, or you can leave them as is. I think I'm gonna leave this one as is and see how it comes out. So I know this one is gonna get stuck underneath here somehow. And then see what this one looks like here. And then this one. Oh boy. I think I'm just gonna wing it and just do what I did before. My neighbor's coming home, so you might hear a very loud car. So I'm basically offsetting these. And if I want a straight edge, I can still do that. This is kind of what I was thinking. The only thing is, it's just a little bit too long banner, but I'm going to see what I can put over here. So I like this, but I think I need to put it underneath, which I'm going to do. And then this one, I think I'm going to raise this up with dimensionals, part of it. Okay. I've got it coming in my head. And now I need to stick one of these down at the end here. Okay, I'm going to grab the linen thread and I am going to make a bow. course I didn't make it long enough. There we go. And then my thought process was going to be, oh, maybe this way, just like that other one. So we need some very short tails. And we'll grab a glue dot. Who knows what this is going to look like? Probably should have used the gold. It's like really wonky. I should have done a single. That's all right. I am going to fray those edges though, those ends. And that's just taking your piercing tool and just kind of fraying them. That way it's like not so harsh. Okay, and now we're going to add our Festive Pearls. Now, I'm not going to use cherry cobbler. You could use the blue. I think the blue would look really good. And we're going to add 3. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to work on the inside because you've seen me do that plenty of times. And I totally was way off camera on that one. Sorry about that. I just looked at my laptop. I'm like, Karen, what are you doing? Okay, so sorry. Here we go. So we have 3 cards. And there we are. So there's 3. 2 using the same wood grain, and then here's a different one. So we have one more card to make, and then we will be all done. So I'm going to look and see if there's any questions. If not, doesn't look like it. Nope. So we are going to move on to the last one. Oh, this one, I like this one. This one's really fun. Okay, so it's going to be every day is a fresh start. So it looks like this. Isn't that cute? And this one is really, it's not much different except for the paper. So we're using the Nested Essentials, and that is it. Okay, so we'll do our stamping first because that seems like it takes the longest. And I'm going to grab these 2. Misty Moonlight is my color of choice on this ink, or this card, because that blue is Misty Moonlight. And let's see, we need Farm Fresh, and this is really tiny, really tiny. And every day is this one here, I think. Yes. Okay, so we're going to ink this one up in Misty Moonlight. Every day is a fresh start. And again, I'm working on the smooth side of the banner from Nested Essentials. And I left about a 1/2 inch at the top just because I wanted it a little bit more centered. And then this one's going to be going horizontally. And we're done with the Misty Moonlight. So we need the Memento ink. We have the truck. And I'm going to add the road on this one. Yeah, this one, these flowers can be like a two-step stamping. I am just stamping the detailed part, and I got to take this and bring it a little bit closer to me here. And Farm Fresh. Oh boy, I want to get this right, so hold on. Oh, darn it. Went a little bit too low. Oh, that looks horrible. If I had another nested essential, I would totally stamp that over, and I don't, but that's the way it goes. Darn it. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm going to be using copper clay on this one. And also we've got Parakeet Party and Daffodil Delight. And then, of course, our Smoky Slate and our black. And I'm totally looking for my scrap paper and I don't see it. So let's, there it is. Okay, I'm going to start again with a dark. Oh, that really bothers me, that Farm Fresh. It's horrible. Hold on just a second. I have some dies, or die cuts that are already done. And it's so bothering me that I'm going to die cut really quickly a white. And I'm going to do it, let's see, got some white here. Just going to rip it off really quick. Oops. Hopefully I won't stamp that horribly again. If I do, well, then it wasn't meant to be. When you're stamping the truck, you have to remember that you need to leave enough room for whatever's going to be in the bed of the truck. Okay, this is coming closer to me, sorry. You might see my head. Oh, it's a little bit better. It's now it's more towards the right, but at least it's not like below the door. There. I feel better about that. And the road. I wish this stamp set had like splatter, because I feel like there's a lot of white up here that we could add some splatter. I guess I could use So Wink Stella or splatter my blends, but I hate to do that with the blends just because I'm afraid that I will break the tips. All right, again, I'm using copper clay, dark. It's mostly going to be dark. These blends are so juicy because they're brand new. All right, we're going to add some of the lighter shade. If I remember, I will splatter some Wink Stella on this so we can see a little bit of glitter effect on it. Now I'm going to take the Parakeet Party, and this is the dark, and I'm using the brushed tip for the leaves. I want the leaves to be bright and cheerful. Okay, I think I got them all. And then I'm using the light for the stems. And then Daffodil Delight dark for the flowers. Just the petals. And then I'm going to throw in some light copper clay to the middle of these two. And this bumper is going to be copper clay, and that one is too. And then we're going to grab the Smoky Slate. Oops. I want Smoky Slate dark. And then my black marker. Oh, where did it go? I'm sure I will find it. So I'll wait on that. Okay, we are going to assemble. It's very easy now. And that's our card. So now we have our thick white. Okay, it's going to be portrait mode, so I'm going to make sure it's opening the correct way. I've got a Misty Moonlight panel, and I cut, most of the time I cut my panels 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and then this one here is 3 3/4 by 5. It's easy to remember that my customers to cut by the quarter, then the 8s. I do the 8s for them, and they do the quarters. All right, so then I'll just add this on here. And then this is going to get glued right down to the white. You could pop it up if you want. Okay, now we'll work with Fresh Start, and I gotta find that black pen. It's gotta be somewhere here. I'll find it. If not, I'll get a Sharpie out. Okay, so we want to add adhesive to the back side because if you notice, I've got a lot of linen thread going back and forth, back and forth. So I'm going to use my seal, and I'm just going to add a kind of a lot of it because it'll be easier. Okay. Then I'm going to take my linen thread and I'm going to pinch it right here. And I'm going around all 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a lot. Okay, and then, oops, let me do that again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Try to pinch it where the other one ends. That way I have both ends at the same, so I have this end here and this end at the same end. Does that make any sense? Who knows? And then I'm going to put that down here. And then it looks like a really hot mess. I'm just going to push it down for right now. And then the ones, and then you kind of look at it and then just kind of fuss with it a little bit. Okay, we want this one, we want to give this dimension, so we'll raise it up with, I don't know, I think I have to add 6. No, 5. Let's do 5. So if you are watching and you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we have this awesome special going on until the 31st of this month. I know I have a few team members watching tonight, but we would love to have you on our Inspired Daisies team. We love stamping together. And if you're interested at all, let me know. You can email me. Karen at inspiredbygraham.com. We, all of my team members, I can't remember how many I have now, 16, 17, something like that. Me and one of my downlines and one of my level 2s actually have classes. And I know one of my members has a church group, but the rest are hobby stampers. So, and then they're just there for the discount. Most of them receive 25% discount, but some of them that just started are earning their 20% discount until they get to their bronze elite level, which is they'll get 25% off their Stampin' Up! Order. So I used to be a hobbyist many years ago, and then probably 4 years ago, 2020, yeah, 2020, it'll be 4 years, February 24th, this coming year, I started becoming more business-minded, and something I really like to do. I work part-time 2 days a week in a day job, and my other time is spent in my craft room here, or taking care of my my dad. He lives like 90 minutes away, so that's an all day. When I go see my father, it's an all day deal. So if I miss an all day, then I'm like Friday I went and saw my dad, and then Saturday I worked. Always trying to better myself, educate myself, and educate you, which I'm doing right now. So if you're paying retail pricing for Stampin' Up! Products, please consider joining our team. You have until the end of the month, and it's such a great deal. I know we say this every single time that Stampin' Up puts out something. 35% off the starter kit, and the starter kit costs $99 plus your sales tax if you have sales tax. Oh, I want the blue in your area. But you can get 35% off $99, or you can get 35% more product. You know, when I joined 4 years ago, I received a pack of 6x6 designer series paper. That's $12.50, people. $12.50. That's what I got for joining. So you are so lucky to be able to have the, you know, the deal that's going on right now. It's going until the end of the month. So if you would like to join our team, you can email me. I'll help you, walk you through it. I'll even stay up all night for you to get it done. But you certainly can email me and we can get it done together. And let's see, what else? You can go to my website too, inspiredbygraham.com, and download what I offer my team. I'm going to be sending a ton of PDFs to my team. I offer those for free, so it provides them inspiration for their stamping as well. So if you would like to know more about Stampin' Up or myself, just let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. Okay, so sorry about that rambling, but I just want you guys to know that there is an offer going on, and if I didn't tell you about it and you didn't know about it, then I would feel really, really bad about that. So, all right, so here's one. This one, I don't remember what I colored this one. I don't even remember what that color is. It could be the, tones, skin tones. Wherever I find that black, I'm going to color those tires in. It's probably buried over here. So anyway, that's, I think I've got that one all set for you. This is the envelope that I made for this one here. I'm going to see if there's any comments, and then I'll go through the cards that we made and then the special that I'm offering. Let's see. Oh, hey, Donna. Nice to see you on. She's on my team. So I've got Lynn. Lynn's on my team. Donna, Carla. So that's awesome that I have them here helping me and sharing time with me. So let's see. So the cards we made, we just made this one. Every day is a fresh start. So we made this one here. And then we have this one here. We made, let's see, we didn't make that one. We made this one. I really like this one, especially with the gold. That's super nice. And then we have the car, or trucks. I said it again. We made this one here, but some other options for you. And I got some envelopes that I designed with cardstock and the designer series paper. One Horse Open Sleigh. It's an online exclusive, so if you don't recognize it, that's where it is. And then palm tree. This one here. And then this one, I don't know about that one. I haven't put a sentiment on that one yet. Probably gonna, I need thank you cards. So definitely probably gonna add thank you on that one. But here's my, if you choose not to join, that's fine. And you can receive this class for free from me with 2 different ways you can order. You can place a minimum order of $35 and you can get 1 each of these card kits for free. I send you all the die cuts, the cardstock, the designer series paper. You will need on this card here that has the truck, okay, I'll send you the scraps, but I cannot stamp this, okay? I can, you know, I'll punch out the colors, but I can't stamp it. It's against Stampin' Up policy. But all these banners, those will be die cut for you. You will need your embellishments such as linen thread. I use Festive Pearls. You can use whatever you would like. Adhesives, ink, stamps. You'll need all that, but I'll send you all the pieces that go with this. $35 less your tax and shipping, okay? Minimum of a $50 order less your tax and shipping will get you everything up here plus a pack of the Festive Pearls, which I've been using tonight, okay? So then you would have to just come up with some linen thread, and I think we all have linen thread in our craft room. But you need to use the host code. This is the ordering link that brings you right to my website and puts the host code embedded in it. This goes until the end of October, so you'll have to use this host code by October 31st. I will be closing it out at the end of the month. And again, you must use your own inks, blends, stamp set, punch, adhesives to make the class as shown above. So if you have any questions, let me know. We use the Trucking Along bundle, One Horse Open Sleigh, Designer Series paper, and the Festive Pearls. And these two items here, the Trucking Along bundle and One Horse Open Sleigh, Designer Series paper, are online exclusives. So when you go to my website, click the online exclusives. That's where you'll find it. Or you can use the search button saying Trucking Along Bundle, or One Horse Open Sleigh, or just simply use the item numbers. That'll bring you there. The Festive Pearls come from our annual catalogs. So I chose those because they're festive and they are, you know, we're coming right on to Christmas. So I thought they would be really nice that you'll have a bunch of extras. Again, you need to place an order of $50 or more to receive the Festive Pearls. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Hey, Louise, nice to see you. And nice to see Kathleen here too. I am going to sign off because I'm losing my voice. I will be putting together a craft fair video. I'm starting to get a lot of questions on my Hershey Nuggets treats. So I am going to be working on a updated Hershey treat video on how I mass produce those and how I actually price them, because I know I wouldn't be probably selling them for $3 anymore because the price of everything has gone up, especially the chocolate, like crazy amount of money for sweets right now. But you can look for that. I probably will have that out in the next week. But thanks for stopping by my channel. I do appreciate it. If you like the live, you can give me a thumbs up, and a heart, and share the video if you'd like. It does help my YouTube algorithm. So have a great week, and stay tuned for more videos. All right, take care.